on, it is No Drama Makeup Mama's eyes, because that's all we need right now. I am going to do a step-by-step, strip it down, basic lash application tutorial. So that is why you are only seeing my eyes. I apologize for my lack of makeup, but I do want you guys to be able to really see what I'm doing. So there is no other thing to get in the way. So before we even get to lashes, the first thing you need to do if you're applying lashes is you do have to have a base of eyeliner down. Now I'm going to do it two different ways. I'm going to use a liquid on one side and a stick on the other, because if you're not comfortable using liquid, I understand it's not something that a lot of people are comfortable doing, but we're going to do both. And I'm going to show you a trick for both too. So I'm going to use my Stila Stay All Day waterproof liner. I like it because, as you can see, it has a really small point, so it is very good for liquid liner. Now, the key to doing your liner, and you probably can't see this, but I'm gonna move up a little. You put your fingers on your cheek, so your pinky and your ring finger on your cheek, and then when you go down, you never start on one side or the other. You start in the middle and you start right at your lashes. And we're not trying to make like a huge statement. The reason we're doing this is because even if lashes don't have a band, you have to have something there. If they have the clear band, you still have to have something to make them look connected, because it's really, and it's hard to get right up next to your lashes, so that's why you do this. So you just kind of gently lay down your liner and just go to the edge of your eye. And see how I'm keeping those two fingers and I'm holding it like a pen. And instead of going directly in on my eye, I'm using the side of the applicator. And it doesn't have to be super straight. Oh, see, I just messed up. It's okay, because the lash line will cover that. And then for your inner corner, you're gonna start right on the inner corner of your eye and just kind of connect it like that. That is very hard to do. And if you can't do that, it really won't matter that much, but I just like to have the one continuous line. So then you can go back and look and see if you need to touch up any areas. I think I'm pretty good. And see, it's not a perfect line. It's not even close to a perfect line, but it's gonna work for what we need it to work for. And I think that's one of the things, people think you have to get like this perfect line. You don't, it's not necessary. Okay, so that's with liquid liner. Now, if you're like, Jessica, I'm not gonna use liquid liner. I will not use liquid liner. I will not use it. I will not. I tell you, I will not. Okay, don't. You can use black eyeliner. So if you get a thin tipped black eyeliner, you can do the same thing. Now I've said this a couple times. It's called tight lining. And with tight lining, all you're doing is you're rubbing the black eyeliner, and I'm using NYX's Jet Black. And you just are rubbing it right into your lash line. You're not trying to make like a heavy line. See, it's giving you basically the same effect. Actually, this is thinner than that, but this is not the thinnest eye pencil I own. But you're just going right into your lashes. And this doesn't hurt if you use like a gel or anything. Now, if you use a wooden pencil, it does, it's gonna hurt. But you just go right to where your natural lash line ends, like that. So either one of those ways is fine. Okay, so we've covered step one, get your liner down. Now, if you are doing a more dramatic look, it is false eyelashes. You might be doing something more dramatic. You can always wing it and do all that kind of stuff. I tend to like to do that after my lashes are applied and the the glue is dried, because I think that works better. Okay, so after you've applied your liner, you're gonna have to put mascara on. Now, you do not want a volumizing mascara necessarily. I tend to just like to put one coat of a good mascara. I'm gonna use the NYX Worth the Hype. And all you're doing with the mascara is you're trying to, and I don't like eyelash curlers. So I don't use eyelash curlers because they damage your eyelashes. So I just look down, take my brush, and curl up like that. So I'm curling so I can feel it on my eyelid and then moving up. Curling up. And then you kind of do like a shimmy move to get your lashes coated, because all you're doing is just getting them coated. They don't have to look fabulous because you're going to put fake lashes on top of them. You're not even going to really see them. They're just going to blend in with your other. Okay. And pro tip, don't put your lower lash eye mascara on until after you've put your lashes on, because if your eyes water at all, you're going to get marks and you're going to be upset. So just curling it, curling it. One little layer. Shimmy back and forth. Okay. So there's nothing spectacular about that. It's just one coat of eyeliner, one coat of mascara. All right, now, first thing with lashes. First, let me show you what I'm using. I'm using the Ardell Wispies. So the first thing you want to do, first I want to show you how to take these out of the container. So the first thing we need to do is show you how to take them out of the container. They come, most lashes come on a plastic thing like this, okay? Even the most expensive lashes are gonna come on something like this. Do not pull from the sides. That's number one. If you pull it from the side and try to rip it off, it hurts it makes them go out of whack. You can end up pulling off the tips of the lashes and it just ruins the overall effect. So you always wanna go from the middle, and you're just gonna kind of push down just a little bit. And I like these Demi Wispies because they're on a clear band too. So basically what I'm doing is starting in the middle and moving outwards, just kind of pushing down until the lash comes off of the little circle, like that. So that way I have maintained the integrity of the lash. And just for time's sake, I'm gonna do it on both sides. So you push down with your finger just a little bit, and then you kind of push all the way down. And the other reason I don't like the ones with the black band is because, one, they tend to have more glue on them from the box, and it's harder to get them off. And if you don't get them as close to your eyelashes as you would like to, it is really, really obvious. So once again, once it starts releasing, you just take it and plop it up. Okay, so the next step you want to do, and now this is something that I don't do with these because I'm very familiar with these, I've used them a lot, but you want, before you put any glue or do anything on the lash, you want to put it on your eye where it's going to go and make sure that it's not too long. So you line it up with your eye, and obviously this isn't going to look the best, you're just measuring it basically. So see, if you had a bunch of excess right here, like say it went like to here, then you're gonna take your lash off and use like a pair of like manicure scissors. You can just snip a little bit off of the short end and then it'll fit your lash. So you always wanna try it first to see where, because even if the lash is shorter and if it's too short, then you're gonna also need to realize, you kinda wanna just place it to see where you like it on your eye. See, because these are actually shorter than my eyes. But, stop it. You know, it kind of helps to kind of guide your hand and figure out, okay, this is where I want to do it. So see, I don't have any glue on it yet, but I know that this is where I want it to go. Got it? And you want to do that on both sides because your eyes might not be the same size. That might be a surprise to you. But yes, you want to do this first. So see, I know where I want to put these. I know that they're not too long. So now we're ready to apply. Okay, so once you have your lashes off, you've measured them, you put them on your eye, you know what you're going to do. Now you have to make a decision. One, you can either apply these just using your fingertips like that, or you can use a lash applicator tool. You can use slanted tweezers. Do not, under any circumstance, use pointed tweezers near your eyes. That is a horrible mistake. And I tend to not like tweezers anyway because they do clamp, but these kind of applicators like Ardell, they're great because they're shaped like the lashes, so they're not giving you any kind of, you know, weird crumpety thing. And then on the other end is kind of a, I don't know what this is made out of. I think it's silicone. Kind of pushy thing, and this will be useful for when you're actually applying the lashes. So I'm going to apply this one with the eyelash thing. I end up usually deserting this and just going in with my fingers, but for the sake of this, we will see, and that's why I don't like it. You also have to make sure that you've cleaned it really well, because if there's any glue or residue from the last time you put lashes on, it's going to stick. Okay, so once you've got it on, you take your glue. The only glue I use is Duo. I like the Duo with the brush-on adhesive with the vitamin E in it. One, I like the brush, because the other one you squeeze out and then you apply it. I just feel like the brush just gives you a better, more even coverage. So you're going to be pretty liberal with your glue. So I'm just going to do a quick coat and then go back in and just kind of really cover it. So you want to be able to kind of see the glue standing against the band. And the band is clear, so it's harder to see. But you can see it's kind of almost blue against that band. And if you get a little on the lashes, don't worry, it's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. So once it's really well coated, you're going to give it about 5 seconds. Some people like to just like shake it a little, or yeah, oops. See, even mommy makes mistakes. Okay, so once it's really got all the glue on it, you want to like give it 5 to 10 seconds just to kind of make it tacky. I usually blow on it. Okay, so I usually blow on it, and then you want to close your eye. You take your tool, and you're going to use the tool to measure and go right in the middle of your eyelid. Release the tool. See, and this is why I abandon the tool a lot of times, because it gets stuck, and that's what it did this time. So I'm taking my fingers. So there you go. That's my 2 cents on the tool. And laying it down right where you laid it down before. Now, when you first lay it on, yes, that looks crazy. Half of it's on and half of it's not. So you want to work from one side to the other. So you start on one end and get that end where you want it to be. And then you work your way in. Into the inside. Now, you want to make sure that you get the corners. And sometimes you have to put more glue. This is what this side is good for, because you can get it right up in there. Okay, so see, the 2 corners are stuck, but it's still not right up against my lashes. So this is when you go in with that tool. That's why it's beveled. And you just push it up. Up right against your eyelid. Or you pull it down if it's too far. And this whole time your eye should be closed. Because when you start blinking and opening your eye, that's when it ends up messing up. So once you've got it placed where you want it placed, you open your eyes. See, and sometimes they get a little stuck. And you check and see, okay, is the spacing right? Is it lifted the way I want it to? And then I usually go with my finger and bend back into my eye. That opens the lashes up a little. It also helps blend my natural lashes with the lash. And there you go. See? Seamless. Like, you're gonna see, okay, and don't worry, like when you first put them on, obviously you can see the glue. The glue dries clear, so don't worry about that. But now if you wanted to go back and make a wing or something, you know exactly where to do that, and it's gonna look like you want it to look. So, we are gonna repeat the procedure on the same side. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get some glue on the other lash and be right back.
Start over.
Okay, so one of the reasons that you want to let this glue set a second is because if you put it on right after you apply the glue, it's gonna slide. It has to have that tackiness so that it'll stick to your eyelid. So that's why you wait a second for the glue to be put on. I'm not using the tool this time. I'm just simply taking the lashes with my fingers and kind of almost going up and just setting it. And like you can see, it is literally not on my eyeball. And then I start on the outside and I place the outside edge where I know I need it to be. And then I take the inside edge with the little tool and place it and make sure it's stuck. And once those two are stuck, sorry, I just opened my eye, I didn't mean to do that. Oh no, it's not stuck yet. See, everybody struggles. You just can't give up on it. Like, okay, so now it's stuck. So now that it's stuck, is it? It's not stuck. I can't tell because I don't have my mirror close enough. No, it's not stuck. It's stuck on my eyelashes. Okay. So I'm just gonna hold my finger for a second and make sure it's stuck on my actual eyelid and not my eyelashes. And then I'm gonna go in with that beveled tool. And on this one, I'm gonna kind of push them. See, it's still tacky. So I'm gonna push them down just a little bit to really get them along that lash line. This whole time, keeping my eye closed. And then I'm gonna open my eye and look. And like I said, just take your finger and bend them up. Make sure you're getting your lashes as well as the false lashes. And there you go. So, you know, the biggest tips I have for you is to let the glue dry for a second. Make sure it's tacky before you try to apply. Also, make sure your edges are glued on tight before you start adjusting the middle, because if you have a loose edge and you start adjusting the middle, it's just gonna come off. And I think that's where a lot of the frustration comes from, is that part. Make sure that your inside and outside corners are attached before you start messing with it. Because once the inside and outside corners are attached, everything else is gravy. Because that's really where you can tell. And like, see, if you look on this eye, you can kind of see where that band is. That's when I would go back with my eyeliner and just kind of connect it so that it looks like it's all one. And this one, I didn't have that problem. So even someone who does lashes a lot, you can see there's a difference between the two. And that's just when you have to go back and adjust your liner. Sometimes if it's a cheap pair of lashes and you're not gonna wear it again, if you wanna put mascara to kind of mix your lashes in with it, I don't find that step necessary, but some people do. But yeah, that's my lash tutorial, guys. If you have any other questions about it, or you want, something wasn't clear, please comment below and I will try to help you with what I can. But there you go. Everybody take a deep breath. Flutter your eyelashes and be still.